Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode, well, another video on Shogun 2. Though we are going to be doing another campaign. I know. We're going to be playing as the Otomo. This is going to be a short campaign. This is going to be going alongside our Usagi campaign. But I wanted a little, because I've never played this faction. As you can see, it's I've never played this faction, as you would have been able to see if you watched my first episode of the Usagi, where I only had these factions. I didn't have the Otomo. So we're going to be playing. So we are going to have a brutal start, to be honest, because we're going to have a lot of problems due to the fact that we are the only Christian faction in the game. Now, as I said, we are still going to be doing the Usagi campaign. We've got the same amount of mods on. Nothing has changed. It is just leased land. Allows foreigners to use land. Okay, that gets rid of our honor, but provides money. Oh, one thing I should have done is I should have got the got all of like the Christian mods, because there is some. Should we do leased lands? I don't think so. I think we should have a chapel. Well, this place, I'll lease some land. What's that? Then when we upgrade that, yeah, that'll be good. Monastery, obviously go to this place. What army's here? It's our general. We'll keep him with, well, we'll just recruit one of them. Yeah, at war with only the Shoni up here. Okay. This is a odd start, I feel like, because you start with 2 settlements and a fair bit of land. We're not going to bother with this force for now. Yeah, I don't mind going down the Christian route, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, again, I think we're just gonna leave these guys how they are. Well, that was quick. That Totogawa already dead. Yeah, they don't want to attack us, which is good. probably not going to be trading much. Which is a slight problem, but oh well. We're gonna go for the Fletchers. So I think getting them up will be nice. I am actually gonna scuttle that because honestly, probably not as useful to us. Okay, first battle. Unfortunately, it is a siege battle. And we don't really have any archer units other than ones we get, though it is a level 2 castle, so we should have some decent units. Well, we should have more units than just a small amount. Okay, we have... So, I want to put the matchlocks there. And I want to put the archers there. I think that's fine. Okay, they're all coming from this side. Because, like, we're not leaving the castle. Oh. I did it the wrong way around. Luckily, we have timers there just walking. They have one Boashgaru, two Boashgarus, and just Yariashgaru. Okay, that's good because the Oda matchlocks should just chew through them. Because these guys are very good at essentially scaring the enemy off, though they don't have much ammo. Uh-oh. And they also have a lot less range. Though, I don't see the logic in them doing a siege. Because they only have 2 ranged units, and we have enough infantry to hold back their infantry. So it's kind of bewildered, whatever. It's not, in my opinion, this isn't a smart move for them. Matchlocks are clean in house. Though we are gonna have to move them back. Because they're gonna be getting up the walls in a second. Can you still shoot? That is the question. Don't think you can. Okay. That is the limitation of the matchlocks. Should move them there. Though that should be fine. And actually, we'll move these guys here. So when they, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they break through those walls. We want to essentially just shoot them. Oh, they're already firing. No. Because we are kind of losing this battle. We've won the battle over here, pretty much. Because they aren't really getting too far in. And if they do, we've got more units to send into the meat grinder. I want to send out my general to deal with their archers, but I'm worried about their general. Okay, we broke their infantry. Their general is now moving up. They're all gonna start getting off their horses. Yep. We've still got some of them running up the walls, but as soon as they get up the walls, they kind of just run off immediately after. I don't like that my matchlock's being shot at. Well, their general's now scaling the walls, which is definitely not a smart idea for them. And our matchlock should now be firing upon their archers with brutal efficiency. Just got to be worried about friendly fire now.
General is in grave danger, my lord.
No, he's not. Just find some archers, which a general can definitely do. I think half of the actual damage we've sustained was from our matchlocks over here. For our general anyway. Because they're not doing that bad when it comes to dealing with the archers, and we just shoved all of our archers into perfect matchlock range. Is the general dead? think so.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
What, I was like, what do you mean soon be? It's already over. No, but I hope this, as I said, like this is gonna be hopefully a short campaign. And this is essentially one where I want to eradicate everything with matchlocks. As most of my armies I want to essentially create are going to be mostly using matchlocks. I will also resolve this because I don't really want to fight that. Because it's a siege with like 3 units. Just that archers live, it's quite good. General already leveled up. I guess that was the second battle. We'll get better morale, and well, he's a general, so we'll do melee defense. This would have been a easy battle as well, because simply line, and there we go. Oh, more morale for everyone under his control. I might actually just keep him as like a second army instead of doing what I normally do. We'll get a chapel going, as this place will rebel otherwise. And we'll send those guys around. Important matchlocks are getting better. I'm worried that these guys are going to start declaring war on us, because we are very much a dishonorable daimyo, because we're Christian. Though our general does like us, which is nice. And we've just got one enemy on the mainland to fight. Well, not the mainland, this area. We'll send this guy back, because I don't want unrest building over here. We are going to go for that one, I feel like. This is unfortunately another one of those predicaments where I can't really do much for the next couple turns, due to the fact that a lot of my problems are going to be keeping everyone at a state where they're not going to, you know, want to cause problems. So obviously we want happiness. And we definitely want him to be good at Caverna Province, because we're going to be sending that guy all over. So we've now got that, meaning we can now get European cannons, which is beyond insane. We'll get another cleric, essentially. Least land is does, I think, yeah. No. I have no clue. I imagine it does, well, it reduces our honor, which is not great, but I feel like if we didn't do that to begin with, we wouldn't have had enough money to kind of expand so rapidly. How is this settlement? It's alright, but it's not going to be too happy for very long. As I said, this is kind of irrelevant to us. But we can get Neban trade ships, which are beyond brilliant. Yeah, again, I think it might just be wise to wait another turn. Because we essentially want people to not hate us for being a different religion anymore. Because this place really hates us for being a different religion. And also for being dishonorable. And this one doesn't hate me for being a different religion. They just hate me for being dishonorable, which is perfectly fine. But when I leave, shouldn't have any problems now. Good. Though I am going to have them go back into the settlement because there's obviously kind of a threat coming. You know, me and these guys, and they do have somewhat of a force. I did not mean to do that. I meant to yeah, as I said, this place isn't liking us very much, but we're increasing the percent that they do quite quickly. I might need to recruit more units here. Recruit another archer. As I said, I don't think they'll be able to... No, they will. Okay. They have 2 archers, pretty much the same amount of Yari, and yeah, so they got the same amount of infantry as us, the same amount of range units as us, but they have 2 commanders. We have 1 commander and obviously the samurai retainers, and some of our infantry are injured, which is not great. So we might have to pull our daimyo to respond to this, which I probably should have done when I noticed them, but at the same time I couldn't really do much about that. So yeah, again, we'll have archers one side, them the other, and then okay. They are coming from the front and this side. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these guys. We're going to move muskets there. We are going to move the archers over to this part, due to the fact that all infantry charging this side. So, okay, actually, wait. I want you guys to spread a bit more, and then you guys go there. I'll keep them there. I'll move them. I'll move these guys. As said, this side shouldn't be too hard to defend because it's just essentially Yari versus, well, Yari Ashikaru versus Yari Ashikaru. So that's not too big of a problem. It's more this side I'm worried about because they don't have much infantry, yes, but it's the archers, mainly the bow samurai, that I'm worried about. Because they will be able to fire before we can. So we'll fast forward for now until we start actually getting in range. So now. Good. I'm hoping to kind of shock them with the muskets. Well, the matchlocks, I mean. Which is kind of working. The matchlocks are doing wonders. Unfortunately, now they are reloading, which is going to take us a bit. Okay, now they're scaling. That should break them out almost immediately, though. I'm happy they went for my matchlocks instead of my archers, because they'll now focus on my Yari here, while my archers continue firing at them. We've almost taken out all of the bow samurai, and we've taken a tiny amount of casualties in response. We've taken some Yari Ashikaru losses, but at the same time, that's fine. If they focus on the Yari Ashikaru, we're allowing archers to then take shots. We've got engaging in some skirmishing here, which is good, and they're pretty much broken already due to the fact they were shot shot a fair bit. They are fleeing. You guys. We should be able to shoot their Ashikaru, which is a 100% a reality there. We are skirmishing here, but that's fine. We could probably move up some other Ashikaru if needed, though doesn't look like it for now. Though it would be nice to move these ones up, I feel like. Their general is now coming into range. Focus fire on them. They're all trying to go up here. Ooh. I don't know why they're all focusing the matchlocks. I would have thought they would have went for the archers, if I'm honest. Okay. A lot of these guys will probably die. I mean, both of them have low morale, which is great.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Yeah, all of their Ashikaru here are kind of fleeing, which is good. And, yep, we've won. Because immediately their general just went, yeah, I don't want to fight this. This is honestly, if they didn't split up, they they split up the wrong thing. If they had both of their archers in a different place, could have been a different story. Like fully. But due to the fact that they had everything like all of their infantry kind of focused on one side, and then their archers and their daimyo on the other side, which basically allowed me to split them up fairly easily. Without really any problem. Can we win this? No. Well, actually yes. Because they have no archers, but we have matchlocks. Ooh, this one's gonna be a tough fight due to the fact that they can't really counter us, but we can't counter them. But their infantry beats our infantry. Our matchlocks beat their infantry. Their cavalry, so their generals, beat our matchlocks. It's kind of just a game of rock, paper, scissors here, because they have a counter for our archers, we have a counter for their infantry. We obviously don't want it to be raining. Don't want it to be raining. There we go. Oh, love that. Absolutely love this. Okay, first things first, let's move our inventory back. We're fighting the side. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be fighting here. There we go. We are gonna have everyone walk. I said everyone walk. And we'll just fast forward. If they make any moves, we will obviously then switch out. So essentially it's our Yari Ashikaru that's in front instead of our matchlocks. But seems they haven't, and all of our troops are active or fresh or both. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to send one of our Yari regiments to essentially turn this into, well, a huge bonfire. And if any of them try and respond, we will gun them down with mass amounts of bullets, because these matchlocks don't lie. There's just one guy over here. He's like, yep, I'm meant to be here. His force is like over here. Obviously, we don't want to send these guys in first, but well, do we? Do we want to? I'm gonna do it. Who and what are you firing at? That's what I thought. What I'm gonna do is we're just gonna have these guys hold. I'm gonna take out this general. Because these Yari, guys should be able to deal with their cav fairly easily. And then what we do is we slowly march in the matchlocks. Okay, I think the formation... Okay, they immediately decide to charge. Fair play, fair play. Though a Yari wall would have been great in that scenario. Which is what I was trying to do, is get a Yari wall up. But the problem is we had so many of them outside. Ooh, going for a charge at
Lord, their general has fallen.
our archers, it seems. Everybody hold fire right now. What a futile attempt. Oh, their cav just charged ours. Well, no, their cav just charged Yari. And they're breaking. Yay. We'll send in the next group. Because that's the thing, we have plenty of numbers where we could just charge them in. And my Yari has just realised they can win this, and now have pretty much turned the tide of battle. This part I'm terrified for. Retreat, you hold. Actually, no. I want you here, and I want you around the wall. Quick.
My lord, their general has fallen. A cutting blow.
Because you will not win against Katana Samurai. Does not matter how strong they are, they will not win. But the matchlocks, now that's a different story. Because one thing matchlocks are very good at is dealing with these guys. Because you know what you do when there's a bunch of samurai? You just give peasants guns. You know? I'm essentially playing the American campaign. Because that's all you need is guns. Who needs to win with bows and swords when you can just give peasants guns? I just realized you should have fire at will. Please fire. When... Please. Good. See, sieges, when you have the matchlocks in your fort or castle, you should be terrified. Except if... Oh no. And now it looks like my forces are losing a lot of units very quickly. I forgot to put them on skirmish. Hopefully, these guys should be able to fire soon. There's 31 of them alive. That's terrifying. And they're just gonna ultimately win against... Okay. Try and flee, please. Okay, they are succeeding at fleeing. Unfortunately, I let these guys out of their lines as well, so they're not going to be able to shoot well. Okay, they're immediately firing. Gun down these guys. You missed. You missed again. There you go. That's how you do it. Why are they charge? Why, when they retreat, do they charge my front? Though they are wavering, so they'll probably just die fairly quickly. Yeah, they will. Good. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get you here. Then I'm gonna set up you. Actually, no, I want you here. Then this one is gonna go here. And then to stop their retreat, we're gonna shove the Arisa, so then we don't have the same problem of a bunch of their swords constantly keep running through our lines. So we just got to deal with these guys, the Katana Samurai. They're going to hurt. I already know this from past experience, but we should do fine. And having all of these lines should do us wonders. And if they are not gonna move up, we will have to move up our troops, which is unfortunate. We should probably also send these guys, I just realized. Probably there. And then these guys there. These ones there. These ones there. Because might as well have everyone in. And I just realized I could put my general right here. Because I kind of worried that these guys would have just like ran around the side and just stabbed me in the butt. Luckily they're not. And does also appear they're not going to move up. Okay, never mind, they are moving. Halt. What? Retreat. This is working perfectly. Maybe. It's not working perfectly. It's not working perfectly. Charge them. I don't like that. I kind of just pincered. My match looks like my matchlocks are just leaving. General, run. Actually, pop a rally quickly. And I just want my general to capture the point. You survived so many sieges. Might as well just do that. The matchlock's slowly moving out. It was hilarious. This is why I didn't want these guys to fight the Katana. I just hoped that one line would retreat as soon as they get past, then the other line fires. It worked for one line, and then all of them were just like, "No, we're all gonna run away." Which was not what I wanted or hoped to happen, but oh well. Oh yeah, I forgot we were charging the city, not we owned it. Probably gonna end up pushing out all of these guys eventually, unless someone decides they're gonna be Christian. I highly doubt it. Ooh, do I get more morale or more relations? I'm going morale because I don't think my troops are going to have. Well, like, I don't think we're gonna be able to trade much because naturally we are just hated. I can't wait until we can actually get matchlocks or a bunch of these guys. Which are essentially just Portuguese soldiers. They're fine for now. Because one problem with the imported matchlocks is, yes, it's a good early game matchlock unit. They just have less numbers than your standard. My son comes to age, which is really good. Obviously he's my heir, can't really do much. I guess we'll go into diplomacy. You like me for some reason. Arrange marriage.
There is always a welcome for you and a receptive.
There we go, my son's got a wife. And he is not that loyal. But then, at the same time, no one really is going to be loyal for me. Because, after all, I did kind of like sell our souls to Christianity, sort of thing. And we've kind of just got to continue doing what we're doing, where we're slowly making everyone like us, because that can't happen. Once everyone's the same religion as us, we should be fine. Maybe. Actually, no, they're upgrading. So, we go to the military port. Unfortunately, we can't get more of the foreign ports. If we could, I would. I mean, even in the research, can't. Why am I looking at that research? I wouldn't be in that one anyway. Yeah, so I need to get the gunsmith so I can actually get the matchlocks. Which is unfortunate, but... And I don't think we get, like, a hero unit for this. I just realized what the last Christian building's called. It's called... Oh. I thought it said Jesus College. Am I dumb? Don't answer it, I already know the answer. No, but all we're doing right now is just essentially making everybody Christian. We need Christianity to spread. Actually, what is the time? Okay. So I am gonna end this here. I said this is gonna be like a thing I do kind of every now and then. I will do a very short campaign. I mean, if we look, I've almost got all of the win conditions already. We've got half of the victory listed held provinces, and we have just under a quarter of how many provinces we need. And I would say we're doing fairly well with time as well. Obviously we want to take out this bit here, and we probably want to own the rest of the land over here. But hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to, I don't know, join my Discord, like and subscribe if you desire it, and hope I'll see you in the next one, and have a good day. See ya.